Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we're looking at the Mauler team. We're going to go ahead and get into some summons. That way we can try to push some progression with this team. Hopefully getting into finishing out the current chapter. We changed up our list a little. What I did is took the heroes off that I can actually buy in the shop or the store. That way we don't have any of them. And a Mauler right off the bat. An elite, which is Brutus. Very nice. He is my main tank on my lineup, and one more, which is a second Brutus, double Brutus right off the bat. Very exciting. That'll be enough to get him to Legendary Plus. I'd like to get another Scrag, even though I know I can buy him in the shop. I want to start using him. Anatandra is the other one that I've been using. This is the only account that I actually have her on, so good to see her. I believe I already got her to Legendary. So we'll go ahead and we'll go through our diamonds. We'll go through our companion summons. We'll go through everything. Got a little bonus today of an extra 1,000. Thank you, Lilith, for doing a little maintenance and getting some more diamonds in there for us. So let's see a third elite card here, which is... Okay, that's nothing too much. And another elite. Wow. It is looking like lucky summons. And it's Ezio. So he is the Hyperion hero, which I believe that is unlocking him on this account. I might have one copy of him, but I'm not sure. We do need a lot of Mauler fodder, so even in that pull, we got 3 rares, which is good. Hopefully we can pull 1 or 2 more elites and some more Mauler fodder, which is, like I said, really good. We got a lot of heroes focusing on one faction short of the faction scrolls. It's pretty good. And another elite, that is 5 in total. A Brutus, a third Brutus. That's, I think, five summons and 3 Brutuses. All right, so let's go ahead and ascend some, which, yep, that will take him to, we'll get him up to Elite Plus there. And I did have another copy of the Hyperion hero, but that will give us the opportunity to take him to Legendary Plus. So he is going to be just awesome at this level at Legendary Plus. We got quite a bit of fodder in there for the Mauler team. So hopefully we can get a couple more summons in here. Which I believe we have enough for 1 more and then do some companion summons. And 1 more elite would be ideal, but I'm very, very happy with 3 copies of Brutus. That's kind of crazy. And we have 1 elite card on the table, so maybe a 4th copy? I think I might be asking too much, but never know. It's been a really lucky summons. I've never gotten 3 Brutuses, especially cards, that you were looking for. So our Mauler summons here, maybe a Scrag, maybe a Brutus, is a Chaos. All right, that's good. I do use him. So lately I've been running Brutus as my tank and then the Anatandra as my off tank. Chaos is in there as well. As you can see, I bought him there. I bought Chaos and Scrag. Chaos I've been running as my DPS, as well as Saphia and Nemisu, which is my healer. So there we go. We will get him to Legendary Plus, which takes him up to maximum level 160. And like I've showed in some of the other videos, is when you do the Ascension, Ascensions are the biggest stat booster for any of your heroes. Levels do help a lot, but when you're actually doing the Ascensions up to the Ascended level, your stat boost is huge when it comes to the heroes. So it looks like for that I don't have that much more fodder, even though I did get quite a few. There's a lot of heroes here that I don't want to use, like Chaos I'd like to get up, which I could get him to, if I got him to Legendary, I could go Legendary Plus. Same with Saphia. If I got her to Legendary, I have already another copy of her. Scrag, we only have 1 copy, so unfortunately for this team, that'll do it. But now we are up to double Legendary, which 1 Legendary Plus. But Brutus's ability to tank on this one, especially being Legendary Plus, because now he gets from the 4-second shield to the 7-second shield, going up a level. So I expect to be have a pretty large campaign push here. And it's nice with Nemisu that does the healing and some DPS. And he also provides kind of a little bit of CC, which not technically CC, but if you look, when he pops up his totem, just like there in the back, they turn around and they focus right on that totem. So it's kind of a distraction, not so much a CC. But when he puts up 1 or 2 totems, you'll see the heroes focus on the totems first, just like they focus on Grezel's ads, just like they focus on Baden's ads or Baden's summons. They always go for that first. So some of the teams here, Golas is a very, very tough mauler, but between the healing that I'm getting and the healing that Brutus provides with his life leech that he's getting off of Chaos and the life leech Brutus has, he is really tough to defeat. Then if you add in Anatandra, she has her own healing too, as well as the life leech. So all around, this team is really solid, even though right there she just goes down pretty quick. But when Brutus goes immune, as many of you know, he's a big carry in this game, especially early, just like Shamira. Is not only can he do a ton of damage, and if you see there, he's got the little damage buff going around him, which I believe that's from Sophia. It might be from Nimisu, but you'll see a couple of the little damage buffs that go around. And Chaos with his double throwing axe just takes out 2 or 3 targets and the ability to heal themselves. That's why overall with the Mauler faction, what I've really found is, especially if you're running all Maulers like I do, you get the 25% faction bonus, but the life leech is increased with Chaos's life leech ability when he's running Maulers. So running the complete Mauler team makes a big difference. And as you can see, he's got a couple of totems up there, some of the damage totems. Can't wait to use Nimisu and actually get him up to unlock his signature item, which helps with a lot of totems. I believe it lets him summon a totem as soon as he enters battle. So going to be a distraction, which he has healing totems, he has damaging totems. So just a variety. And I think he's one character that is really kind of RNG, because depending on his totem placement makes a big difference. And he does his totem by the weakest enemy, or the most damaged enemy, not the weakest. But as you can see there, we have a healing ring over a healing ring. So actually 3 totems out on that one. I've also noticed too, is with Sophia in the top, she does pretty good damage overall. She's buffing the damage. If you see her little crystal pyramid there, she's buffing the damage of Nimisu and herself and of Chaos. So when Chaos actually does his ability for the throwing axes, she's buffing his attack rating. So right there, he just threw him. Took Savius out by about 70% of his health just with one throw. And then the second one almost killed him. His ultimate took him right out. So very solid team with the Maulers. Main account, I don't use any Maulers at all. Same with Wilders. So even looking there, 2, 3, Veden comes down and takes out the totems. And hopefully we can get Veden down. Even at this level, Veden, if there's 1 or 2 enemies, sometimes even 3 of your heroes up, he'll still take them down. As you see the little totem right behind Isabella there. And she turns around, kills it. And the totem itself almost took her out between the throwing axes and the totem. So overall, like I said, a very, very strong Mauler team, and we are just pushing right through this campaign. We're at stage, we're coming around the bend, I believe it was 10:31. So I think we'll push well into chapter 11 on this team, which would be nice. And if you see, there's a totem on the top that's healing. There's a totem on the bottom that's doing damage. So a lot of people don't use Nimisu, but I've really realized characters that I don't use, that he has a lot of potential, especially like I said with his signature item. Even with Sylvana on there, drops a healing totem on himself, starts hitting her. And not only is he healing with the totem, is he's healing with the life leech. And even now Chaos is on him, just not doing any damage. Between the totem and life leech in there, he had 4 totems up just around the battlefield. In some of these team comps, it seems pretty easy. Right now, I'm not sure how overpowered it is, but Isabella just goes right down. And again, the totem's up, healing totem's up towards the bottom. And I put Chaos, if you see kind of the position of him, he's back middle. Because if you look at Anatandra, she actually goes through the front line when she uses her ability. So for her to be a frontline tank, I want Chaos to be able to step in. Also, his throwing axe ability hits both of the frontline heroes and the backline hero. So the two in the front and then the one right behind him in the middle is what I'm looking for. So if you see right there, he throws it. And even Naru right there just spent his whole entire time trying to kill that totem, which he didn't even get it down. Got it down probably about 80%. And there's 2 damage totems and then 1 healing totem just sitting up top. 10-36, so we're almost done with chapter 10, which this is a tough combo. It's a Veed and Savius, as you can see there by the dodge, but the roar negates the dodge that Veed receives. So good way to take him out. Brutus is kind of a counter for him, which I know a couple counters for Brutus. Falk's removing his shield. Nara can actually slam through and do more damage through the shield. So Brutus patches ago before some of the other heroes were out was pretty much unstoppable. But now they do have a couple counters to use against Brutus. So some of the things that I see with this team is the Life Leech is huge, even though they don't have a healer. Nemitsu seems to be the only support. I'd like to get Screg in here too. But I know Screg is a tank. Brutus is a tank. And Anatandra is a burst DPS tank. I'm not sure who I'd actually swap out. So let me know in the comments below what Mauler team you guys use or who you use on the Maulers. I know a lot of people swear by Chaos because he is super strong with his throwing axe ability, especially the signature item. Nemitsu, like I said, I'd like to see the signature item. Brutus, I've never unlocked, even on the main account, signature item, even though he is ascended. Like I said, I don't use any Maulers, no, except Chaos every now and then. And then here, throwing axes should go right to the back line, which is there. Maybe healing totem up in the middle, and this is going to be a close one. Brutus goes immune, which is good, as long as we can get Veeden down, which we did. All right. So that'll finish up chapter 10. So pushing into, oh look, 730% extra. Wow, and looks like we got the bug again. There's a bug, it just kind of sticks you in the same one. I actually just got to close and restart it. So we'll go ahead and restart it because it's still locked even though the chapter's not locked. And there we go. So when we started right into chapter 11. So we'll start pushing, especially when you're early on in a chapter. You have usually the first 10, 15, 20 stages are pretty easy to go through. So we'll just go ahead and clear them out really quick. And some of the combos here, it looks like now we're into the kind of the wilder chapter. So we're going to have a lot of CC to deal with Arden. As you can see there, an Ogie's pretty tough as well, especially when you get him, or when you fight him and he's a legendary plus. So there we got our totems up top, which is exactly what they're attacking there. Ida goes down and we'll continue the push. We are on 11-4. So we're getting into some of the bosses here, which I know the Mauler up top, I believe it's Anakara is the spider lady. I know we can't ascend her, so not many people use her, but she does have a pretty cool web CC, as you've seen right there in Nemitsu. And I've noticed her in the towers as well. She's pretty tough because she does have a damage over time poison. And here we have Kaz and Golas on the bottom, which as soon as Brutus whirlwinds, just takes him right down. So tough with his roar, especially negating the dodge. So regardless of how much dodge they got, he can just negate it with the roar. with certain heroes, certain combos, it seems they kind of have one versus each other. And then here, again, with Arden, Arden's really tough, especially when it gets to later game. Because when he's CCing 3 of your enemies at the same time, if you don't really have a counter for it, depending on the team comp you're running, he's very tough. And here, Leica can be tough, but even there, she spends her whole entire battle just fighting off a totem. And that's a pretty easy win. Heal totem on the top, heal totem on the bottom. And then another heal totem up top. So we got 2 heal totems up there trying to take down Savius and a damage totem. Which in this account, I do want to consider Savius too. I know mid-game he kind of falls off, and then end-game you don't use him any longer. But right now I believe I might use him for fodder if I get another copy or 2 of them. If you see even the tanking ability up top, Anatandra is still almost at completely full hit points because of her self-heal. As soon as she marks the target, she can self-heal a lot. And then couple that with Nimisu's totems, and it's hard to take her down. So we got another battle here with Ogi. They took the totem down right away as soon as it popped up. But still got more totems. Seems like the competition here is getting a little bit stronger, especially with the charm. They charm Brutus to attack Chaos. And a hero, even if you've seen there with Namora. Namora just spends the whole entire battle trying to take down that totem that sits right behind her. And a double heal totem up front to take care of Chaos and keep pushing, which that pushes us to, I believe we're about 11-10, 11-12. So making a lot of progress today in the campaign with the Mauler team. Only team that I've been having trouble with, even getting through the Voyage of Wonder, is the Graveborn team. Which, like I said before, it's one team that I thought would be a lot stronger than it is. Because even using the Graveborn's endgame, a lot of people swear by them. Some people say Light Bearers. And this one I changed up a little bit. If you've seen, I moved Brutus up top to counter Kaz. That way I can get their defense down and take care of her dodge at the same time. So another push through the campaign. I'm surprised I didn't think it would go this far, but it is a solid team. So that takes out one more boss. Puts us to 11-13. I've noticed a lot of the team comps are kind of the same here. I have an Ogi, the Anaconda, whatever. I know her name's way, way off. I think it's Ankira maybe? And Akira? So 11-14. Same kind of comp. We got Arden, so we got some Maulers in here with some Wilders. As long as I can get Arden down, I'm usually pretty good with the rest of the team. Even though Golas, as his hit points decrease, his defense increases. That's what makes him so tough, is if you don't have burst damage towards the end, he can actually out-heal what you're putting out for damage. So getting him down early in the campaign or early is way better. And Anatandra goes right to the back line to take out Namora, which she does. And getting a lot of dodges in there with Kaz and her immunity. But Brutus will take her down. But that brings us to another boss fight, 11-16. And now we're getting to all mythic. So hopefully pretty soon I'll have one of my Maulers at a mythic level. But right now, as you can see, Throwing Axe just took out Ira. And then Savius still does a lot of damage there. All right, one more boss battle down. Level up, level 82 on the Mauler account. I think it's going to be a lot more progression with this team, especially pushing further in the campaign. If you notice, every level that you beat, your AFK arenas rewards go up. So as you're progressing kind of further and further, they go faster and faster. So you'll level up faster and you'll get more experience, more gold. And I believe we're almost going on halfway through chapter 11, which is pretty impressive. And see Angelo's on the bottom with the damage totem just hanging out right behind him that he keeps attacking. And Chaos took him down. And now Goalless, like I said, he's very tough to kill. Chaos versus Chaos. Let's see. All right. Nope. Almost got him down, but they're busy just taking out totems. This might be the first defeat, but wait. Goalless is the only one left. We still got time. It's going to be close. Let's see if he goes after totems, which he does. Think we might run out of time or no. Oh. All right, so that'll be the defeat for the Mauler team. Came down to the wire on that one. Let's go ahead and collect all of our rewards here. And then we'll go ahead and get a few summons. That way when we push the next progression, we can continue. So a ton of gems there, as you can see. So I believe we'll have 1 or 2 more summons. We got 1 faction summon, which we can do today. Hopefully we pull another elite. Maybe 1 more Brutus. Or maybe just some fodder, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6 fodder, which is good. We can always use those. We got enough gems for 1 pull as well. And then we will save everything else for the next time we continue to push the Mauler team. So just a little bit of fodder there, actually no help at all. But we did get our first emblems, which signature items coming pretty soon. As soon as I get somebody to Mythic, we can unlock some signature items. So very excited about that. Great progression by the Mauler team today. I really didn't think it was going to go. They were going to push as far as they did. Hopefully a couple more copies. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about the Mauler team. So far, they've pushed the furthest. Thank you guys for watching.